how do I make unique shapes? And I'm going to show you a very simple way to make a lot of different roof shapes by only just using some very simple pieces. So the way that I end up doing this is super easy. What you want to do is just make some simple shapes. Like let's put down maybe this hip roof right here. That's one piece. Now let's go ahead and create a pop out. So you'll notice here that I've got these little triangle pieces right here with a roof that kind of goes out, this piece right here. Let's make one of these pieces. This is super easy. What I'll do is I'm going to choose whichever one that I want. I'm going to choose the triangle shapes that I want. Let's go with this one right here. Let's go with this one. I think this one should work good. Look at all the various pieces and see which one might work best. I think this one might work. Let's try one of these. So we're going to make the triangle part like this. And I think I actually have to flip it. Let's do it like, let's see here. I want to take a look at these different pieces here and see which one might work better. I think these ones actually work better because it's going in the right direction. So let's use these ones. This works good. Copy, paste, flip. Here's the triangle part. The triangle part is where it connects to this other part of the roof, okay? Then I'll go ahead and use another piece. Let's go ahead and put a couple of them. Let's put 2 pieces right here like this. Remember, you can always just make one part of it. Remember that. You can always do that. Just create group, create, copy, paste, and then just flip it. And then you have your second piece like this. There you go. Okay. And then, of course, make one side darker than the other to create that slope. And then, of course, I want to put a little bit of I want to create the ridge cap that goes on top like that. There's my ridge cap. There we go. Now I have this piece done. Create group. There you go. And now you can add this piece anywhere that you want along here. So I can put it along here. Maybe I want to put it right here. I want a little pop out right here. Maybe I want 2 pieces. Maybe I want to put one up against right here like this, and then copy and paste, and then put that piece right here. Right? So you're starting to get the idea. You can make many, many different buildings by making just a couple pieces and then grouping them and then start putting them together. Maybe I want this portion of this pop out to be smaller than the other one, right? I can totally do that. So maybe I can remove that and then add in my ridge cap here. Okay, so you're starting to get the general idea, right? Maybe I want to copy and paste. Maybe I want to copy and paste this piece right here. I want to take this piece right here, copy and paste it. I'm going to ungroup this so I can select things without accidentally getting in the way. So if I wanted to, I can copy and paste this, put that there. And then if I want, I could make like a T-shape building. Maybe I want to put one here. Maybe I want to put one across like this. So by making these simple pop-outs, you can come up with a lot of different designs for your roof pieces. And this is helpful because let's say that you're trying to make a village or a whole city using roofs, and you need to come up with a lot of different designs. This is the way to do it. You need to create the main body, whether it's a hip roof or whether it's a sloped roof, whatever you want. Let's go ahead and make a sloped one. Let's go ahead and make a sloped roof. Let's make one right here, and you can kind of see this. Let's make this. I'm just going to make one piece. You line them up like this on the ridge cap. Let's go ahead and line them up. And in fact, we can turn snap to grid on if you want. Let's go do this. I'm going to turn on snap to grid so that you can kind of see an easier way to line up. Someone mentioned that, but I actually didn't do it. So let's go use grid. I'm going to go snap to grid, and then I can go in like this and just kind of snap these pieces into place using snap to grid. You see how easy that was using snap to grid? And then just create group, create, copy, paste. Remember to flip it like this, and then you can just snap to grid again, and then boom, there they are, snap to grid right there. And then of course you have that sloped roof. Just go ahead and add in your ridge cap. I'm going to turn off snap to grid. I don't really need it here. Let's go snap to grid. Now I have a sloped roof as the main structure, right? I've got this sloped roof. That's the main structure. And I can go in and just take this piece again, right, like I did before, and then just put them right up against it. So you can see that it's not complex to actually make complex shapes. You just need to start with the main body and just add pop-outs, what I call a pop-out or an extension. So it's super, super easy to make all these shapes. And you can always layer and stack things. Like let's say that you want to have a tower part of your building, right? I can go ahead and take this roof and then put it right here on top like this. This put a heavy dark shadow, custom shadow on there. Bring the intensity up, bring the layer shadow. And then now I have another extended piece of the roof there. So now I have a L-shaped building with a tower shape that's next to the joint connecting the L shape. So it's pretty easy to put these things together when you start putting basic shapes together. So it's really easy to make all this stuff. It's just about putting things together and being creative.